Hi everybody, welcome back to Prepper Junkie. Today on the table we have a 6 Hour Mark 25. Let's get this review started. Everybody, as I said, we have a 6 Hour. This is the P226 Mark 25 used by the Navy SEALs from about 1987 for about 20 years or so, and obviously they've been switched out to the Glock 19s. However, I am an absolute huge fan of 6 Hour P226s, the Legions, the Mark 25 and so on. So I wanted to give you guys a review of this gun, give you my thoughts on it, and yeah, all right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to change the camera angle around. I'll put this down on the table to give you guys a nice close look up of this gun. Bear with me. Okay, so now we've got a nice close look up of this awesome classic pistol. Just so you know, it does come with 3 15-round mags. These mags are made in the US of A, and the actual SIG P226 Mark 25 is also made in New Hampshire. I believe back in the day, the government required that their firearms that used in service had to be made in the US of A. So these are made here. Now we're going to start off here down at the bottom. We'll just take a quick look around. Now obviously we have the grips on here. These are polymer grips. They got some nice texturing on it, and we got the obviously the we got the P226 engraved on either side. Now when it comes to the grip of this gun, it is a full-size gun. I have medium-sized hands. It feels pretty dang comfortable in my hand though. I have no problems with that. It does have a slight, almost like beaver tail right here, and we do have a slight trigger cut under the trigger guard right here. We do have some serrations and texturing on the front here, which is really nice. And then we also have some serrations on the front of the trigger guard right here. Okay, moving up, we do have the mag release. Let me get a little bit closer here for you. You can see it's got some texturing on there. And then we have the decocker right here, because this is a double action, single action only pistol. Now what that means, if you're not aware of that, is when you pull the trigger and the hammer is down like this, when you pull the trigger, this is double action. It is a long, heavy pull as your first shot. Once the gun has shot, the hammer will be back and it goes into single action, and then you have a much shorter trigger pull, lighter trigger pull, for that single action only. So that first shot, as I said, will be double action, long heavy pull. It's about 10 pounds with the original trigger. This actually has a short reset trigger in this one, as it's been upgraded, but the original pull is about 10 pounds. And then, as I say, once you go to single action, that single action pull is going to be approximately 4.5 pounds. It's a very smooth trigger. It's a nice trigger. SIG does a great job with that. Now, with the short reset trigger, it lightens that trigger pull. It's very smooth, and it does lighten that second single action pull. And then it's got SRT short reset trigger. It's got a little bit of let out, and you can see there how short that reset is. It's a very nice upgrade on these guns, but the stock trigger is also very nice. Now, as I said, this is the decocker. So if you fire this gun and you're in single action, and say you want to holster this gun, or you want to make it safe, now because this has got such a lighter trigger in here, there's no external safety. You just push that decocker down, and it will push the hammer back down into a much safer condition for you to either reholster or whatever you're doing. It puts it into a much safer condition. Now, this is your slide lock. And then you have a takedown lever, which we'll go over in a second. And then you have your 1913 pick rail right here. And I believe this is a UID number. It's kind of what the military would do to scan this, and then they can put it in the armory. So it's kind of a nostalgic thing. You do have the anchor right here, representing this as a Navy gun. And it is engraved SIG P226 right here. You do have some nice serrations on the back. There is none on the front, but you do have some nice serrations for racking the gun. You do have some night sights up here. Now, obviously, these do show as white, but they do glow green in the dark. On the other side, there is nothing here. This is not an ambidextrous gun in any kind of way. So it's kind of snag resistant. There's nothing going to catch on this side or anything like that. Now, one of the things they've done with the Mark 25 is, obviously with this being the seals moving around water, they had to make this more corrosion resistant. So a lot of the internal parts and external parts have a phosphate finish. The slide here is stainless steel, but has a nitron finish on there. It's one of their special coatings to help with corrosion resistance. So yeah, there you go. All right, now to take this gun down, you're going to pull the slide back, you're going to lock it, and then you're going to push this lever down, pull back on the slide and pull it forward. And we have the slide here. You're going to take out the guide rod and spring. It is a metal guide rod in here. And then you have your spring. And so yeah, we have the barrel here. This is 4.4 inches long. It is chrome lined and it is phosphated again for that corrosion resistance. And then let's have a look inside the slide here. I mean, SIG's known for just doing excellent machining. This is absolutely no different. And then the lower is actually an alloy, and let's have a look in here. So yeah, very nice indeed. All right, let's just put this back together. Put your barrel back in, and put your guide rod and spring back in. Just push that in, like so. And now you'll also notice that the rails right here is almost full length, which is really nice. Also, I do like that. And let's slide that on. Once it's on, pull back, lock in a position, put your lever back, let the slide go, and then just do a function test. The slide also feels really nice, kind of like butter. So very nice indeed, and that is the firearm back together. All right, let's go over shooting the gun. Now, the gun does have a bit of a higher bore axis, which a lot of people know about this gun. It doesn't bother me with my shooting whatsoever. I am a huge fan of the P226 series, which I already mentioned. They're just incredible guns. They've been used for a long time. I think, honestly, the P226 is one of the greatest handguns, 9mm handguns ever made. Again, that's a personal preference thing. You know, I think these guns have absolutely proven themselves for a very long time. Now, a lot of people are moving to polymer frame guns and things like that, which I understand. They're a little lighter, they're a little cheaper and whatever else. However, I'm personally more of a metal frame gun fan than a polymer gun. Again, it's just a personal preference thing. But the P226 is a classic gun. It's been used in militaries, police forces, you name it. This gun has, I mean, this is obviously the Mark 25, but the P226 in series in general has absolutely proved itself. And the sheer fact that this gun was selected for the Navy SEALs for almost 20 years, I think says a lot about this firearm. Super accurate, really a lot of fun to shoot. You know, I love this series of guns. So do I recommend it? You already know the answer, 100% yes. The Mark 25 is an iconic gun. Again, for me, I'm ex-Navy, not American Navy. I served in the British Royal Navy. So the little anchor is kind of cool from my perspective. Obviously, I'm not a Navy SEAL in any way, shape, or form. But I think having that connection to the Navy is kind of cool for me. So yeah, I mean, roughly, they're going to be about $1,000 approximately. You might find it cheaper or more expensive, it just depends. But yeah, very nice firearm indeed. As I say, a lot of cool features on it. A little nicer than it's nicer than the original 226. It's not as nice, I would say, as obviously the leads. Any comments, please ask me below. I'm always happy to help out wherever I can. All right, folks, until next time, I'll catch you later.